Okay, I guess it's starting. Yeah. Okay. So welcome everyone. My name is Sudan Sharma. I'm Agile consultant based in Netherlands, Den Haag. And today we have a very special guest, all the way from Hyderabad, India. And most of the people already know about her. And her name is Nagni Chandramouli. So she's an Agile coach, management consultant, program manager with a strong leadership track record in creating, leading, and managing distributed Agile teams. So she worked in various leadership roles over past 24 years, and she currently working as a enterprise Agile coach with Bank of America. So welcome, Nagni, and thanks again for your time.
Thank you, Sunand. Um, I don't know how many of you know me, but let me share my screen and keep going. So what I would like to do, Sunand, is like I'll run through this PPT, and anybody has any questions, they can keep on typing it in the chat window. I will take logical stops somewhere in the PPT, and we can take the questions and then move forward. Would that work for you?
Yes, it sounds good. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So those who know me, today we are going to actually go through a system called as personal agility system, where we are going to see how that can help us to attain our personal agility. And it is all about to do more that matters. That is the funda of personal agility system for us. And my brief profile, as Sunand has already told about it, my email ID and LinkedIn are flashed over here. I will be sharing a PFD version of this, and a PDF version of this whole deck to the audience today. Sunand, you can actually share it across with them.
Yeah, I will send it the email. I mean, I have already have the emails along with
Yeah,
this, with the
yeah.
link and all.
Right. So in case anybody wants to have a reference back to this, they can actually go through that, and you can all feel free to connect to me on my mobile or email or LinkedIn for any further discussions on this topic. With that, without any further ado, today we are going to talk more about individuals. So let me ask a simple question, like what does it mean for you about your self-transformation? Anybody, all of you can actually participate in these discussions. When I'm asking a question, you can all actually speak
Yeah,
if you
guys. So
have.
it's a mature audience, and I really looking forward. It's a participation from everyone. So please do not
Hi.
You
hesitate. Yeah.
start with you, Sunand. What do you mean
Okay.
by self-transformation for you?
Okay, so for me, self-transformation is more about enhancing my capabilities, my abilities over the period of time. So let's say whatever I have 5 years back, right? So how I have improved over the period of time.
Wasn't it the wouldn't that be a self-improvement?
Yes. Then I would
So
say
how? Yeah.
transformation may be entirely a paradigm shift. Let's say transformation, when I say maybe 5 years back, I don't have much experience or exposure in terms of agile way of working. So my mindset was still the same, the way the project manager typically work, give work to your teams and just do the micromanagement and all those things. But once I start learning more about agility and all those things, so maybe that's a transformation shift from learning more, giving all those things. So I think that's more on a transformation side as an individual.
Yeah. Anybody else want to add something to that?
Yeah, Amit here. So for me, the personal agility is some things I would able to recall one of the famous quote from Amazon CEO that once you
Hmm?
leave out the room, right, what people talks all about you. So what impacts you leave
Okay.
on a daily basis at your workplace, outside of your workplace, that's the personal agility.
Okay. Thank you, Amit, for sharing that view. Anybody else want to add something before we go back? Okay. Thank you. So for me, personal agility is a drastic change in the way of working or thinking or conducting myself, or even how I interact with people as a package. So for me, it is about the self-transformation is about the life changes for me after the transformation. So I wanted to challenge myself. I want to begin something. I have to take a pride in what I have achieved after the transformation, and it has to add a meaning with what I have achieved. I have to know whether I'm ready with my transformation or not. So with these things, you know, when I have completed my transformation, it has to be a turning point for me in my life. We agree with that, right? All of us. So for me, start the change, what you wanted to actually, achieve from the simple thing, like, personal satisfaction to professional success. You are there somewhere today, and you have to take a skyrocketing speed in your personal satisfaction for that, say now, which leads to your professional success. With that, uh, how easy is it for us to say I can't do it? We can't do that, right? Whenever it is a question or somebody is asking us about it, uh, it is all like, you always have this kind of a dilemma, when we wanted to say no, when we wanted to say yes, or how are we going to actually say no to somebody. We have not been tuned to do that in our life till now. Even in the personal space or in the professional space, sometimes we accept some things which are above our limit, because we can't say no. Now, what is that we are trying to do in today's session is, what is the personal agility system? Is there any framework or tools? Can we actually have some time to see some case studies, or is there a certification path? However, once we are going through the session, wherever we have the logical breaks, I will let you ask me questions. But in case we are unable to complete the certification path or any case studies, we will look into how we can complete that. Yeah. So have you any time in your life set some goal for you? I don't want you to answer my question, just think of it. You wanted to achieve something and you have set your goals. How long ago did you do this, or have you set your goals like that? Just have a introspection about it. You know that you have set a goal, and how long? 2 years, 2 months, 2 days, or whatever it is, right? Usually a New Year's resolution or something like that, where we always say, I have taken a resolution, but I don't know after that month or week, I don't know what is the resolution, if you ask me. Sometimes the situation is like that. What is stopping us from, thinking about the goal? Mostly it is said that 75% of the people don't really think about it after they have set a goal. Don't believe actually that they could achieve that. Sometimes it is people put themselves before put the others before themselves. That's why they actually put their goals in the back seat. Only 25% of the people work towards their goals is a study. So what is preventing them from achieving? These are three of the reasons, but there are also some of the reasons. How could you accomplish if you had nothing to fear? You understand this question very in an serious note, on a serious note. What could you accomplish if you had nothing to fear? Whenever I have asked this question in my teams, you have a goal set and you are not able to achieve it, what is that is stopping you? The answer I get from most of them is they have a fear of failure, fear of not knowing it, fear of ignorance coming out, or whatever is that. It is always the fear factor which I see that most of the members in my teams, or wherever I have interacted outside the office work, where I do this pro bono mentoring and coaching, I always hear this word as fear. So if at all we don't have that fear, what happens? How difficult is it to get the right things done? That is the question we have to actually ask. My journey with personal agility has let me know the two important questions in my life. What really matters? What could you accomplish if you had nothing to fear? This is the point where, I have been through a lot of trainings in Agile, being 24 years in the industry, not only in Agile, even before Agile came in, project management, we had a lot of other trainings where you have interpersonal skills, managerial skills, leadership skills, a lot of things which are required for you to keep your engines running. So, but this personal agility system training has given me a new perspective of what I actually have missed all these years. I'm not saying I missed it totally. I knew that I'm missing something, but I was not able to understand the gap where I actually have put a goal and where it is missing in the pipeline. So what really matters is a question which kept on in, asking me or challenging me really on what really is the important thing in my life. I will reveal how I have achieved what I wanted to achieve in the next slides, but this question has made me rethink about the purpose of life. Or I don't want to be more in the spiritual tone, but practically, if I have to say, what really matters has given me a new perspective into a lot of things where I have found the gaps that I'm not able to reach the goals which I have set, or it is taking more than what I have imagined that I will reach there. With that, if I have to take this example, imagine you are the captain of a sailing ship on course to Jamaica. Why I have taken Jamaica here is what really matters is I have to reach to Jamaica is, I'm just taking a metaphor here. So reaching Jamaica from Portuguese is my goal. So Jamaica is the thing which is really mattering to me. So what we really do is, as a captain of a ship, we plan for a navigation path, right? And now we have started the path on course to Jamaica. All of us will do when we have set these goals. But suddenly what happens? There is something like a storm or, pirates or something which is stopping your, ship from reaching Jamaica. Stay on course by checking your position from time to time. Lot of times we miss this point. We're not going to check where we are on the goal because something urgent has come up. Now what happened? The Jamaica goal is still there. You have started from Portuguese, but you have not reached there because you have been deviated by the urgent things you have to do. What would you do? So do you still want to go to Jamaica? Are you really having that in your mind as a priority? That is a question you have to ask yourself. Now, where is Jamaica? Take the direction again. And again, fix your goal and take the track which takes you to the ultimate goal of reaching Jamaica. There are a lot of tools which are supplied or are given by personal agility system. So, how you monitor your progress is given by something called as alignment compass. What that does is it always gives you the measure of how far you are from your goal. And there is something called a stakeholder canvas. All of us know what is a stakeholder canvas, but here it is used to understand who supports your journey. If you need any help, whom do you go and take the help from? Then there is something called as forces map. What will get you there? It will show you which force is stopping you and what you need to do to overcome that. And again, there is something called as priorities map. Where do you want to go from today? So what really matters is going to stay here in your priorities map. Usually for any individual, priorities map is not going to change for a long time because they are all long time goals or your life goals which we put as priority 1, 2 and 3. I'll show you how to do that in a short while. And so this is a life transformation tool. I have actually undergone that, and though I have been in Agile for a long time, there is a different perspective after I have practiced this, and now it is like a normal kind of a course of my daily activity, and it is so normal for me now to help you unleash your highest potential, to develop the life skills, to create insights, develop being thoughtful. This is nothing but that mindfulness and resilience which we have otherwise, to induce habit of self-coaching that will make you independent. You don't need to actually, you are the captain of your ship, so nobody is going to ask you or question you Why are you doing this? You know your goal is reaching the Jamaica. So take control of your life. So these are the advantages which I have seen when I have started using the personal agility system. Now I'll take you through what is this system about. Let us pretend for a moment that there is nothing to fear. What would happen? So it is easy for us to take the challenge of getting the things done. We can say focused, and we can say when we want to say no. And the last one, I'll take you through that 6 questions to change your life in the next few slides. So how good it is to have nothing to fear. Then we all know that this is what is the basic problem, or this the native problem everybody has in the world. Most of us have too much to do and not enough time to do it. How can I say no? If you see that the shapes here we have put, the demand to do's is very big. The funnel is very big, but your capacity is always limited. The more you practice, you can have very little difference in the capacity you have improvised. But still, there are a lot of things to do in life. Now, what will happen? Stuff that matters. If you know what is that really matters to you, then you understand what is waste for you, right? So this is where you can use your limited capacity and funnel out what really matters to you, and also work out on what is not really mattering to you, and that is nothing but your waste. So if you know what is your stuff that really matters to you, and you can actually funnel your capacity only achieving that stuff, then it is easy for us to manage the time. So what they say is, always say yes to what matters to you and no to the rest. Why I am doing that has no value if I have no, it doesn't matter to me, right? And also, as you have seen in this slide, manage tasks, not time, for maximum impact. This is very, very essential, guys, because I understand that we all have a lot of tasks to do, personal, professional, even otherwise also. But the thing is, we have, all of us got only that 24 hours, and we can't adjust that in any part of the life or world. But if we manage the task and know what really matters, then we may have maximum impact, because we get that professional success as well as the personal satisfaction, because what really is mattering to me is what I am achieving. And then we have waste which is going out. So unnecessary waste of energy and capacity is avoided because of that. Now, what is personal agility system? It is a very simple framework which helps you to understand what really matters to you. If you see the first picture, you know you can go from A to B, but you don't know the path, then you have to take a very long journey. Now, if you know what is A to B exactly, you know what really matters to you, and you know how to do, then it is very easy for you to take this goal and complete it. It helps you to do the things consciously. It enables agility in individual, wherein actually I am trying on an experiment where it is cascaded to the teams, and it is working very, very good right now. And hopefully one day I want to see this as cascading to the organization as well. I'll show you how it works. Before that, do you have any questions?
So it looks little simple to follow it. I'm looking surprisingly that what are the bottlenecks which you are going to show us which cause this problem.
Yeah, sure. I think you will be the next few slides will actually give you that answer. Just hold on for a minute. We will see how it is going to help us. The tools itself have the capacity or the power to resolve our gaps. Any other questions before we go?
Nani, I don't know whether this is related to here, but what I feel is like if that fear thing is removed from our life, we can achieve a lot of things which we really want to do. I mean, personally, we really want to do a lot of things, but due to a lot of reasons like personal family issue,
Right.
this and that. That fear is there that, okay, I have to stick with this job, though I want to do something else, right? So we can
Right.
remove that fear for whatever way, then maybe people life may be changed, So that's, I really
Yeah.
want to curious how we can do that.
Exactly. I will show you how it works actually. I mean, it is all you who has to work, Sunand. I would say most of the onus lies on the person who want to change or transform. Having said that, the tools will help you actually to take the path, right? No confusion, just have this in your mind and you're all set to unleash your unknown potentials. I'll show you how the journey has begun and how it has ended for me with some examples so that you can get the answer for that. Yeah.
I think we have one question from Arvind. He's asking, we normally talk about time management, but here we are getting our focus back to task. Is this the question, Arvind?
Let me actually bring in the system with what I was trying to showcase to you. A lot of these questions will be answered because of that system and the understanding of how it works. If it is not yet answered, then we will actually work out. I will explain you if that still is not answered. Arvind, is it okay?
Yeah, I think we can go ahead. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. So, all of us know what is a Scrum, and we always say that, Scrum defines a role to address each of these, how it works as a team. And, we have mastering the basic 3 skills of Scrum. You have to do some work, you have to set your priorities, you have to keep on asking powerful questions, or whatever questions you have to the Scrum Master or the product owner. What we need to do is value and keep them. And once you know what are the what really matters, WRM, we get the things done at the right time. Right things done. If you see this diagram here, if you take yourself as a system, doing work is nothing but solve the problems. Our development team does this in Scrum. Next is setting the priorities. Like a product owner, you are going to understand what the customer wants and work on that as setting priorities and questioning, voice of the common sense. This is Scrum Master is asking something, facilitating the sessions. I'm not actually relating it directly, but just giving you the higher, the high level view of a person if he wants to himself become agile. So do the work, set the priorities and ask questions. Now what will we do? Do it yourself. You, as I said, you are the captain of your ship. Do with yourself. Division of labor among head, body and heart. What we do, actually executing of the work is done by our body, while setting the priorities is done by our brain, our head. And you question a lot of things with your heart, that is emotions. So if you have a coordination between these three, it is nothing as beautiful as life, right? So now what will you have in the 6 questions, the 6 questions which I have mentioned earlier. So the personal agility system is a very simple framework for doing what matters to you. It is a recurring event. Every time you question yourself on this, the first question, if you see here, what really matters, paves a way to have the prioritization technique. You actually have to place your top 3 or 4 priorities in life, and that is what matters to you. Once you have that, once you have that in place, what will you do is only thing you have to do recurringly is asking this question. The do part of it is recurring. Because as I said, what really matters does not change so frequently for some years. What did I do last week is the first question. What did I do this week? And what is important or urgent or makes me happy? If we have these 3 questions answered, a lot of the things like, why I'm fearing that I can't complete it, or is it really important to me? Is it not urgent? Is it urgent? And all these things will vanish very quickly. I'll show you this framework as well, but these are the 6 questions we have to ask. Now, what happens is you are completely repeating this do part of it. It takes you who you are and what you did, from there to the stuff done are closer to who you want to be, because you have already set what really matters to you. What happens if you are unable to achieve something after a week or 2 weeks? Then what can I expect to get done if not this, is a question we have to answer ourselves. And if you are still stuck with that, so see for somebody who can help you. It can be your partner, it can be your boss, your peers, or your children, or anything, any mentor or a coach you have in your professional life, or even your father, mother, who can give you an advice on that. But don't hesitate to ask anybody for help. Now, what this system is asking us to do is choose wisely. What can I expect to get done? If you are seeing that something is stuck for so long and you are saying that it really matters to you, you have to ask, what is that I can expect to get done? And this is going to take us closer to our goals. But the important thing what personal agility system asks us to do is celebrate your small wins. Every week, have this kind of a retrospection of yourself, or a self questioning introspection. If you want to have this, what is that you are lacking? In this week I have completed so and so, last week I have completed, so the what is that going to help me, how far I have traveled from my goal? Just to put it in a simple way, what really matters is going to help me achieve what I wanted to do in small simple steps. And you will feel good about yourself that every week you are seeing a little progress, or you can analyze where you are failing. Now, what is this celebration part about? So, as we always have this emotional attachment to what we are actually achieving, or what is our success, what personal agility system is asking us to do is, say you have somebody who's very close to you at home or in the office. Select them as your, identify one celebration partner for you. What happens because of that is, whenever you have these small wins, you're going to share that with somebody, and that gives you immense pleasure and also a good feeling about, a positive vibe about achieving something week on week. But how are we going to actually do this? This is all well and good. The story is very good, but how would we track or monitor this, and how would we course correct ourselves? Like I said, Jamaica has been your goal, and there is a deviation because of some urgent work. How do you reconvene yourself and come back on track? Now, this is what is the personal agility system tool. We have this called as prioritize map. If you see what really matters here, me and my family, my business, something about promote personal agility, RSGI conference, these are what I have kept as what really matters for me. Now, because of what really matters, what I'm trying to do is, sorry about this, there is something called as this possibilities column. So this is a preconceived, board, which is a tool given by personal agility system. The columns in that itself are very self-explanatory. If you see the possibilities, urgent, this week, and today, what are these columns going to tell us? So if you see, there is a color coding we have used on these cards. Now, whatever I do for me or my family, I code them with a green color. For my business, I'll quote it with a yellow color. For personal agility system, this is an example I'm just giving. It is not that really this is my priorities map. So personal agility system promotion is one color, and then ARSGI conference is another color. Now, what I do in the possibilities is, what are all the things I can do for each of this, what really matters to me. For me, the first priority is me and my family. Am I doing something about that in this week or today? So some of them can have both the colors, like it is very urgent, but also it belongs to one of my WRM, right? So the column urgent is given a red color, because what it says, this column says, is if you don't do it, you will have a very bad impact of it. It has to be done at any cost. You can't procrastinate doing that. Now, what happens if you have all these possibilities pasted here with all the color coding? What you will do is, for this day, every day you will take an accountability of your time. Now, what you will do is you will pull what all the works you can do in this day, and you will place them in today's column. And if you have a week's vision, put them in this week first, and then you can pull them towards your today list. And once you complete, there is another space in the next page, which is called as a breadcrumb trial. Like, what all you have completed, you will put it in the done column. And then there is another column called as this week, last week, or whatever is the date you want to put, you can put it there. Now, what happens is whenever you have completed any work, you will completely take out that post-it from your this week or today and place it under your breadcrumb trial. If you see the breadcrumb trial here, it is showing me some post-its which have these columns. And what is it giving me is, like, if you just look at the colors, I have done two tasks which were related to me and my family. One is related to that conference, one is related to the promoter personal agility, one is related to my business. So if you see, most prioritized item of me and my family has two tasks which are completed, or two possibilities which I have achieved. And I have a balanced completion of tasks for all the other priorities as well. Suppose you have more than one or two in the white color, which is the fourth priority for me. So there will be an analysis which you do, and you will understand that you have spent a lot of time on the fourth priority while you have not done enough for you and your family. That is how it is going to help you to just self-analyze. Nobody is going to come and check you. You are the captain of your ship. And so you will only go through these questions and ask your questions. What did I complete this week? What did I complete today? What did I complete last week? Now, what is the possibility you are writing on your post-it. Proposal to the customer, what I have written there as an example. This is regarding my business. This week I wanted to complete it. If it is not going into my this week's breadcrumb trial, then I have lost that opportunity. So I understand where it is lagging. And if I have a fear, like, I don't know how to write that proposal, I have to understand whom I can take the help from. That's how I was saying that, slowly you will overcome your fears, because a structured way of approaching where you are failing. Analysis of your own self is going to give you where your time is managed on doing which priority. That is where the tasks are just a way of understanding where your time is going. Yeah. And if you see this, the breadcrumb trial picture, it is showing like done, the week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. So 1 month, you will have all the details of what are the tasks you have completed, what are your priorities. Have you kept your priorities balanced? Are you actually neglecting any of your priority without having any task for the last 1 month? All this analysis is going to help us to rethink about whether it is really an important priority for me, or just like that, and on the heck of the moment I have chosen it as my priority. One beautiful example I'll give you, health and fitness. I don't have that as my priorities map, but what I have is me and my family. Now, me and my family has to include something about me also. So when I actually look up at my analysis, most of the months or weeks, it's more activities which are towards my family goals, while I still have that kind of, putting somebody in front of me. And I'm still struggling with that simple fact, like, I have to give more time to myself, right? That's one example. I'm still working on that, guys. I'm not saying I have completely achieved it, because I didn't stay, come into the nirvana stage of the personal agility. So what it helps us to do is this personal agility board is getting better and better for me. Today, I am very confident that, for the last 7 months or 10 months that I have started this personal agility journey, there is a lot of clarity for me, like what is my priority, whether I'm traveling towards that or not, and how far I have reached. Is there something going wrong? Do I need to really understand, how to overcome this fear or how to take help from others if I'm stuck somewhere? That way it is helping me a lot. We can use a simple board like this, which is kind of just a white paper on a wall without any digital things or anything. But once we are traveling or we are always busy in the office and we want to still do an analysis of our board, this is how we can use a Trello board. We can have our own columns like this, and we can have the color coding and other things, and it is easy for us to move it from one column to another. The same way you can have your breadcrumb trail also, and it is on your mobile, and every time you have it handy, and you can actually use it whenever you wanted to analyze how it is going for you. So every week, ask yourself the 6 questions of personal agility, visualize the answers on your priorities map. Your answers guide you to what matters. That is how there is a lot of change in what you do, and it really matters when you see that there is a real progress in which makes you happy. Anyway, emotionally also, when you are very happy, you always have that sense of achievement. It is a self-motivating factor for everybody, right? Now the development for you with personal agility system is when you are starting it, you get your things done, so you become a trustworthy person. And then actually when you are achieving the long-term goals, you become more effective because one by one you are completing your goals. Then you become a catalyst. You coach others to solve your their challenges. And once you have attained that, the last stage is be a leader, build alignment around what really matters. That is where actually the catalyst part is where I am today, where I'm trying to coach my teams where they can implement this for their team goals, or kind of, what really matters for them as a team. Until they achieve that, it is not going to be a good improvement or transformation for them, is what I'm trying to coach them. Now, these are the tools which I have actually explained to you. More about the tools, the 6 questions we have seen already. Doing, prioritizing, and questioning, I have explained you. The navigation metaphor of the Jamaica, celebrate and choose your life. Priorities map, breadcrumb trail. One thing which is the forces map is like it will show you which force is deviating you from your goal, and the alignment compass which show you how far you have deviated from your goal. And all of us, most of us know what is a stakeholder canvas. So there is a certification path also for this, and I'm not going to give more details on that. Anybody can go into Personal Agility Institute website and get these details. Then why would an employer want a certified professional who is in personal agility space? So these are some of the read, you can have it here. And this is my transformation journey with personal agility. I just want to give is one small story here. As other agile courses, I have also joined this, but then after I have gone through this and understood what really matters, um, I have picked up my own son as my personal, celebration partner. When I have approached him, there was a little disbelief in him, like, why mommy is asking me for being as, her partner for celebration. He was not interested, and he thought it would be a complicated, something kind of agile professional thing. But then once he understood the purpose and why I'm asking him to be my celebration partner, he understands now, like, the bond between us is like very different. He understands, if he wants to ask me to do something, he first goes and verifies whether I have something for today or this week, and he understands how loaded or how free I am, and proposes something which is of interest to him also. So this way there is a new look at what we do at home also. And I'm thinking like, I have given this same kind of framework to even school children where it is working very good for them. They have their own kind of tracking and celebrating, which is very interesting to them to see how the tickets are moving from one place to another. With that, I would take a break, and I wanted to ask more people to ask me any questions if they have. I will leave this screen for people to understand what are the certifications we have. And just remember one thing, I'm not here to ask you to do these courses. This is just information I wanted to pass on to you. I don't have any interest that all of you come and take these classes. It is up to you. It's nothing like a branding or canvassing of the personal agility system. This is just a knowledge that there is a track of records or certifications available in this. Any questions?
Nagni, I have a lot of questions, but
Yes, yes.
let me give my audience a chance. If you guys have queries, please ask. Yeah.
We have
Hi,
a lot
Nagini.
of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing it. So, after seeing that framework, there is a
Mhm.
one difficulty which we usually faces is that how to define our priorities. Because as you have, demonstrated in one of the PPT, pages, that there is a lot of things to do
Correct.
in terms of the office work. Also, every work looks very important for us. So how we can, differentiate what really matters to us?
For me,
Because
I'll give you
something,
my example.
yep,
What I did is after the course, I just sat with my family and I have brought this up as a discussion point, right? And I have been questioning myself and all the people around, and family is the biggest influencer in your life. And then I have one or two mentors in the professional life, and I had sit with them and given a very good thought for at least 10 days of what really matters to me. Then I have questioned myself, like, is this really what really matters to me? Suppose if I'm writing me and my family, is that really what it matters to me? Then after a lot of discussion or self-analysis, I have arrived at my list of what really matters. In that process, what I have done is I have taken this as a weightage for each of the priority. Now I have 6 or 7 things which came up as a top priority for me. Then I have given weightage to each of that, and then I have decided, like, what really matters is this top 3 or top 4 for me. That's how I arrived at that, Amit. It's not simple. I was shocked to see a lot of changes in what really matters.
thanks, Tangini.
It's not a simple job, right?
Okay. So Nagni, you mentioned about celebration of whatever we have achieved, but I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
like in a few cases we have failures as well. That okay, we have some target for this
Right.
week. So how to if you ask me, we should also share our failures to our whoever, like our friend or buddy, like so that they can also,
Celebration partner. Yeah.
yeah. So in that way, it will be also good to share the same thing with them. It's not only about celebration every time, but maybe like how they can also help us in terms
So,
of,
so
okay.
my answer to that, Sunand, is like, what we have done is whenever it is not simple, but whenever we have failed to achieve something in a week, we have acknowledged that and we have celebrated that acknowledgement. Yeah, we have failed to do that and we accept that. This is the reason and we have understood why it has failed. Right? After we realize that, yeah, we have understood why we have failed and we know what to do next week to achieve it. That is another point of celebration for us.
And on a similar line, you also mentioned about teams, right? So I'm
Mhm.
also more interested in that part, that how we can replicate the same model with our team.
We
So
just
if you ask
started
me,
that.
this is
Yeah.
more like a kind of retrospective. In a way, like if
Yes.
you are
Yes.
saying,
What I have done is
yeah.
we just picked up 3 teams in our company. And what we are trying to do is we have asked them in a brainstorming session, like what I have said, analyze what is really mattering to you. We have given them some time. We have made an arrangement for them to come up with what is that really matters to them. And we have given a free hand or empowerment to them to understand what really matters as a team. Once they have got there, what we are trying to do is, like every day your daily stand up, you know, they will put all the possibilities in their today, and tomorrow they will move it to the done part. And as you are trying to do your simple sprint planning, they'll put everything in this week, all the things they want to achieve towards each of that what really matters priority. They will put it in that this week column. Anything which is unforeseen and it has to be unavoidable, then it is going into that urgent, you know. And every day after the daily stand up, they as a team take another 2 minutes and decide what really matters is not, I mean, what is done today, what is not done today, and leave it in the today column if it is not done, and just make a note of it on the same post-it. It is already postponed, right? And what is happening right now is it's just a month that we have started. Anything will take a lot of time to understand whether really helping the team or not, but the outlook of the team has changed. You know, whatever they are trying to do apart from the BAU work, even the BAU work when they are trying to deliver something, or you know, when they are trying to achieve something as part of their team goals or anything in the sprint goals, they always have this question, like, does it actually help us to take these priorities which we have set? There is a little difference in the way they are thinking. It was like, you know, when we didn't have this in place. I'm not saying they have actually transformed. They're trying to understand the system and putting themselves as a team more than as individuals when they are achieving their goals and prioritizing their goals. Now, what we have seen there, Sunand, is like, you know, they are ready to take this as a action item also sometimes from the in their retrospectives, and they are coming out with suggestions or ideas to improvise their team agility. They are calling it as their team agility and they're working on that. So 10 minutes of their retrospective calls is going into the discussions on this board, which we are feeling very good. And I really want to make it like, you know, at least a quarter of observation and give it as a case study to Personal Agility Institute.
Okay, okay, yeah. And what I find is like, this is, I mean, the when the time you have shown that globe, right? That is very much close to the sailboat retrospective technique. If you have seen that,
Yes,
I'm
the
sure.
stones and the
Yeah,
parachutes and
yeah,
yeah,
the
balloons. Yeah.
forces and everything. So that's why I'm able to correlate this with that. So yeah, in that way,
The
I
same
think
way
lot of, yeah.
the alignment campus works, Sunand. It is nothing but a campus kind of a thing which shows you for every priority you have, for every what really matters ticket you have, how far have you reached. You know what is your goal and you will have your own transformation path. So if you see that every week you are achieving something and progressing towards it, it is good. Sometimes you see that it is a blocker and it's not moving forward, and you will see why after one, you go back to your board and see the analysis part of it, similar to your kind of balloons and sailboat example.
So in this case, team is coming to you, or they just choose there some other. I mean, how? So for an individual, I
One
can
of the
understand.
team,
Yeah.
has made me as their celebration partner. One of the team just takes a coaching from me for how to, use the system. So I have the advantage of being a partner, celebrating their successes, and also seeing them as a coach, how they are actually going forward. It's
I
not like
think,
what they
yeah.
want to do or where they, their goals and their possibilities are their own choices, Sunand. But how do they use the tools and all, I'm coaching them. It's
Okay.
their journey.
Okay.
Right.
So
And it is not shown to any management.
of
It is
course.
not for any other performance related things. It's just for their team's personal usage. That's made very clear to them. And we are not even going to canvas it in the organization that this team wanted to have this as their goals and all right now. Once they are confident, they wanted to showcase their success, then I don't know if they want to really go ahead and share it with their higher ups.
Okay. Can you share like one or two examples, like what is their priorities or what is their goal? For example, let's say my team want to learn something new, something
See,
automation
one
or
of the
something.
goals I will give you, the first priority they have mentioned in one of the team is, I have 3 teams who are trying to do this. The team has taken what really matters for them is they attaining agile mindset. That's one of their goal. For that, the possibilities they have placed in that possibilities column are, they have a lot of things, like example, they wanted to challenge each other on getting more maturity about agile. They really want to deep dig into agile values and principles, and they want to understand that and wanted to actually put it into practice. These are some of the examples they have put as their possibilities. For that, they have in the initial stages, for every week they wanted to have one principle or one value, and they want to deep dig into it, have their own kind of a small group of discussions on that. And anybody in the company they feel like an is expert, they'll invite them and they'll take their insights into that. That's how they have put one of their goals, if that answers your question.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Nagini. From my side, yeah, I'm good now. Guys, any further queries?
Have you
There
anybody
was
got a doubt, like, what is this different from personal Kanban? Anybody has this doubt?
I have a question actually, Gunjan this side.
Yes, yes.
So a lot of times, like it's for myself as well, so we try to overburden ourselves. Okay,
Right.
I try to prioritize myself. I know, like I need to give some time to my family. I try to focus on my job or some other sort of learning. And what I do is like I try to prioritize them, and for few days I'm able to do that work. Maybe I'm giving more focus on one of the domain, and suddenly if the track is broken down somewhere, okay, then it's
Mm,
difficult to re-achieve it or restart again.
mm.
So,
That was my situation when I started this.
okay, yeah.
See, yeah.
Sorry, you
Let
continue.
me tell you what my personal experience and what helped me in that, Gunjan. Like, I never had my family, me as one priority in life. It was just as a granted thing for me, and I have to just do it, right? I have never given that as a priority. Or for that, say, if your professional thing is, my business is what I'm not into business actually, but my profession is my second priority or something like that. It is just like that, you are working in a company and you are just trying to improve yourself and your skills. Every time you have your appraisal, you will have the result and you will feel bad, I have not achieved something, and you will also take a resolution, next year I will do this, and forget about it after some time because of your work pressure. So same thing happened to me. Now what I have done is, for each of the priority, once I had a discussion and a lot of analysis went into it, that does really matter to me. Whenever I have actually done this, I have always found myself stressful, because I am feeling like, I'm unable to do something which I wanted to do, but that was very important for me at that point of time. I don't say we don't have to prioritize, we don't have to lose the priorities, but sometimes priority 3 may take your lead. Somebody has fallen sick in the family, and that time, if your family is in the third position in your priorities list, for that week or 2 weeks, you will have lot of attention paid towards your family. But when you are analyzing your breadcrumb trial, then you will realize that only for this week it has happened, otherwise I'm normal. Then you will have to look at your possibilities list. One important thing I have to mention here is, the possibilities list is going to increase every day. It is like your product backlog. if you see a ticket which is not picked for some time, think about it. Why is it not picked up? Or if it is lying there for some time, for a week or a month, without even considering to read it after you put it there, that is what is really important to you to dwell upon. If you do these things, you will not get into that trap of losing track of why you have put it as your priority. As I said, if somebody has fallen sick in the family, that week you may not have other priority works, only your family and you will be in the lead. But it must not repeat in the next week, or until the person is back to normal, you will have that time spent on that task. So the one key thing is you have to revisit your possibilities list every time. If you are seeing that there is something which you have written with some color code which belongs to your priority 1, 2 or 3, but you have not even bothered to look at that after 3 months, then it is the questioning time for you. Why did you put it in the first place there? What is stopping you from picking it up? Is there a challenge that you wanted to overcome before you put it in this week or today or whatever it is? That is how I have used this system to overcome my kind of confusion between anything which I have done more for my family for some reason or my business for some reason, and then came back to the normal whatever I have prioritized.
Okay,
Does that
so
answer?
yeah, so just to reconcile, like my goal should be visible to me first of all. Okay, each time
Correct.
maybe
Correct.
it's a wall where I can put all the requirement or my table actually wherever I'm sitting. Okay, so if
That's what
I'm
I do.
even
Yeah.
yeah. So even if if I get deviated from the particular task, maybe for a month I am busy somewhere, okay, maybe due to the family reasons or medical issues. But again, when I am coming back to the same place where I can start again, my goal is visible to me, so I can restart from the same place. Otherwise, if the goal is not visible, maybe I can lag somewhere and I will be deviated from the task I need to do for my future.
Yes. So one other thing I have done, just it is not prescribed in the personal agility system, but they have asked us to put some color coding for our priorities like green, red, blue and all. But what I do is I have this, I take a marker and I use this smileys or sad faces on the stickers. If I have achieved something, I put a smiley on my sticker and I go for a celebration. But if for some reason the possibilities list is not moving from there, I put a question mark on that. And whenever I see the question mark, it is asking me why have I put a question mark and why I am not taking any action on that. And when I see that I haven't achieved something which I have put in my this week's goal or activity, and it is not moving ahead, then again I'll have this kind of a sad face that I haven't achieved that as I have actually targeted for myself. So these are small things which are very visible on your board will question you. And it is nothing like nobody comes and asks you, why did you not do this? You are asking your own self. You are the captain of your ship. You know where it is going to drown or where it is going to sail smooth. That actual accountability has helped me a lot, Gunjan.
Yeah. Thanks for the reply, actually.
Yeah. So my take on the personal Kanban and the personal agility system is, in the personal Kanban, I know the flow, but I don't know what to do if the flow is stopped somewhere. But here I have other tools like alignment compass, forces map, stakeholders canvas, and other things, which are helping me actually to resolve my issues and also to overcome the fears. If I have something which is not falling, which is not able to be giving me an answer using any of these tools, then I have the last ultimate thing is going to an expert and asking for help. Whom to ask, we have to understand before we actually go and tap their door. So that also is one way of putting it, like it is a little more matured and very great help with all the tools that the personal agility system is giving me this opportunity to self introspect myself and achieve what I really want to achieve. I feel very happy to share this story with everybody. And more than anybody, I have this equation with my son, which is very, very different now after this.
Well, I
Yeah,
did
thank
try
you so
this
much.
in, yeah, I did try this in 2018 actually when I did my CSM. Okay, my
Mhm.
wife, she's a banker. Okay, she leaves at 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:15, 8:30, and back by 8:30. Okay, so my
Mm.
personal life was totally ruined actually. A lot of things were getting pending because she's 6 days. She goes to 6 days a job actually, the government bank. Okay,
Mm.
so I at that time I asked her, let's do one thing. Your Almira just paste some of the sticky notes which you need to do. Okay, and initially for some time, for some a few days she was using it. It was helpful to us in fact.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is what I was trying to say. You don't have accountability. You just have visibility in that kind of board. This adds that accountability and taking that ownership more than is looking at what is happening.
Okay, any more queries? I think we are out of our time. It's already 8 o'clock, I guess, in India.
I can wait for another 5 minutes if anybody
Yeah.
has questions. I think there are some.
I was going through that, the blog, and there it was referring that some book needs to be downloaded for this
Personal agility
certificate.
system. Yeah.
Is that a book?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I think it's like a Scrum guide, similar way we have, right? Raghav?
No, it actually touch bases on why they have proposed this system and how you can actually implement this, whatever charts I have shown, right? That
Okay.
white paper things, the templates will be available in that. And as an individual, you can actually practice this for 1 month, and you can actually write to the Personal Agility Institute that you have done this for 1 month and you wanted to present it to them. Once they have a coaching call with you, there are a lot of coaches who practice this personal agility system. Uh, these coaches are trainers. They will spend some time with you and understand how you have used it, what it have given you the benefit, and what you have achieved in that 1 month or 2 months. Once they understand, yes, they have seen that there is an improvement in what you wanted to achieve and how you have achieved it, they will give you this recognized enthusiast badge without any training.
Okay, so we need to demonstrate basically like some kind of
Mm.
improvement. Okay.
And nobody is going to question you why you have not done or why you have done. It is all you who has to take the onus. Now it has happened like every day, without even my knowledge, it becomes a system in yourself. Like you go and stand there with your coffee mug or anything in the morning and look at your board and think about what you have done yesterday and move it to the done column, or what you want to pick from the possibilities for today or from this week. It is all just natural now after 10 months of practicing it for me. And I keep on adding my possibilities and I keep on removing when I have a question. I'm not really interested in this possibility anymore. That's where I felt more than the digital board, this physical board is helping me because it's easy to pick up a post-it and place it somewhere else, or mark something on that and keep it for your store. So after a week or a month is like 4 columns I have for every week. I remove all the breadcrumb trail post-its and keep it in a kind of a folder, so that in case I wanted to take a 3 months analysis or a 6 months analysis, it is easy for me to understand. I color code them and keep them different places. So I understand how many possibilities I have achieved for the last 3 months or kind of 6 months, self performance appraisal kind of a thing for me.
Yeah. Any more queries? Can you see the chat? Nani, if there is anything?
I don't see anything new.
Yeah, new,
I
nothing.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And thanks a lot for the opportunity, Sunand. And I had a great time sharing my story with all of you. Anybody wants to reach me, just let me flash my thing on the chat window.
Nani is just a starting. We definitely going to call you again, maybe with some other topic.
No, for my details, people who are there on the call, if they really want to actually make a note of my mail ID or LinkedIn, Nagini Chandramouli is my LinkedIn name, and you can actually connect and we can keep this going.
So on this note, I really want to thanks everyone who participated in this call today. And I'm going to send that email, all the email ID I already have. So I will send the link and the PDF version of this PPT as well. So you can always refer back to it and you can always Google it. So personally, I have learned something new today. That's yeah, something which I'm maybe aware about, but maybe not in the structured way. So yeah, that's a good learning for me, Nani. So thank you very much from my side.
Most welcome.
On behalf of everyone else.
Hope it was a little more, useful than what you're really doing on your personal agility.
Sometimes we really want someone, I mean, everyone know a lot of the things, but
Yeah,
sometimes we
right.
just lose that focus, honestly. Like all the people in this call are all matured, highly experienced people in this call. But yeah, sometimes we lose this focus and we really want someone to just take it back and pull us back and show us. So yeah, I think it's really a good session for me, at least, Nani. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. If we don't have any more queries, we can then say good night.
Good night. For me, it is a good night. I don't know about all others in the call. But I wish all of you, I wish all of you have your personal agility in place and, achieve what you really want to achieve.
Definitely. Definitely. Nani.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.